Oh, no. Okay, good, good. I'm okay. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'm recording. That's fine. Because I think it's also useful for Louis to hear the map discussion because he is also admin on it and then he can figure it out.
Yeah.
But I think we already had made, we had talked about it, so it's too late. But I will brief him about it. That's fine.
Yeah.
Jelle, you've been okay? Did you do some work on the upload thing or didn't make it?
No, no time. Even today, I'm actually working. Like
Oh,
this is now a meeting during my working hours. So
oh.
no,
Oh.
it's okay.
That's
Yeah,
possible.
usually I have my Mondays off, but this week I swapped it with the Friday because I'm gonna go on a long weekend sailing with my cousin.
Ah, that's nice.
Um,
Where? On the North Sea or in IJsselmeer?
no, in the IJsselmeer.
Okay. Oh, that's pretty good. No, that's enjoyable.
Yeah.
And the weather was
Uh,
good?
well, it's gonna be
Oh,
this
it's going
weekend,
to be.
so.
No, not yet. Okay, I see.
Yeah, so today I swapped with Friday, but it's not like I have to work the whole day. It's basically I took the Friday off, but then I moved some hours to the Monday, and then like it's kind of flexible at that point.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's great. So you can
Yeah,
enjoy
but
different things like that. Oh, that's good.
yeah.
Okay.
So I don't no work yet. I do have time next week on Monday. Um, I might I do have some time after this meeting. I if I finish my other tasks. It's gonna
Check
be tight schedule, but
only if you have time. That's fine. Something
yeah, I'm
and
always trying to make time, but in the end, it's always kind of difficult. Like,
mm,
there's so many things scheduled at the moment. So,
it's,
but did you work on the upload? Because I think we
no,
did mention like,
it's similar things.
yeah, I think
And
we did mention like if we both make like
yeah,
some like local
efforts.
version, you using Claude or uh, and then we can see like how can we put this together and make something work. I did look at the new code with the new menu where I
Ah,
saw there's
yeah, I
also a
did that.
scroll bar, and
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
I thought so too. I mean, it was not my choice, but it was a suggestion. And then I checked, oh, this looks good. And let's
Yeah,
try it.
that was
And
pretty
it's
nice.
much more ordered, I thought. So it's more logical, put things together, display by display, sound by sound. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
because it
was
was,
already thinking about doing something like that, but there was just too many things that you'd have to do to get it to work.
yeah.
Like and
But
adding the scroll bar and stuff. Like,
no,
but
no,
now with
this,
AI, I guess it's
this
it's
was
very easy.
a prompt, two or three prompts, and that's it.
It's crazy.
If you
I
have to
don't
do it
know.
manually, I was thinking about it. I've seen the work you've done. We've been working with the sprites and other things and how to get that going and still correct
Yeah,
them. And then for core 2 or core 3, and it just figured it out automatically. That was wonderful.
yeah.
Okay. But, and also, what else? There was something on the menu. Ah, was it logical for you, the menu? I mean, I made it, but I found it quite more logical how to do that. But do you have other ideas
Yeah.
for for viewing the not the debug information, but the settings information? I think we should put everything as much as possible on 2 pages instead of 3 pages. I think we have 3 now, but I think it will fit on 2. That's my feeling.
Um, yeah, I'll have to recheck that. I think it was last week when I checked the menu, so
Mm.
let me just connect this.
And Steve, your kit is on the way. You saw you get the
Yeah,
emails if from the progress.
yeah, I've been tracking it.
Okay, good.
It's in customs now in Los Angeles.
Okay, good. At least that works, that system. The Japanese are quite good in that post system and keeping track on things. And from
Yeah,
the from for 150, I think we lost one to
they-
to Portugal. Yeah, something you wouldn't expect that go to South Africa or something to get lost, but no, Portugal was lost.
Yeah, and it moved fast.
Yeah. Mm. Okay, that's good.
Oh, but by the way, I won't be joining the meeting the next 2 weeks. I'll be traveling at 2 different trips.
Okay. Good trips, enjoyable trips,
Business.
business.
I've some work with NNSA. I'll be in Virginia for a week next week, and then I'm giving an invited talk to the Council of Radiation Control Program Directors at a meeting in Chicago. So we have the following week.
Oh, that's why I was wondering why are you entering Chicago in the radiation test? So you want to check out how that worked. Now it makes sense. I was wondering, you're going to Chicago? I can already see where you're going by the questions. You're going to New York too? Or you
Yeah, it's in
been?
the back of my mind. I want to make sure everything's okay before I go there.
That's a good idea. Okay. And let's see what other things we have. Oh, yeah, I'm building many more bGeigieZens for safecasts. Peter wants me to make 10 extra for giving out to people to measure radiation, like aloners they call them. So that's good. And the project from the students is finished. And I think I mentioned that there were some problems with building them. And I saw the soldering, that was very, very bad, being honest. We had good examples how you should solder, and they were all balls on it and cold solders. But,
I think I
So,
went better with the bGeigie Nano workshops
hmm?
with the soldering.
No, I don't know how they did it. I think Joe mostly it was Joe or Peter were there and they resoldered everything what was wrong afterwards.
Okay.
Those workshops are always with somebody next to it and checking and fixing. And they were kind of happy if one was working, like, oh, we got it working. Yeah,
so
what do you
after
want
you
to say?
sell the detector to somebody, do you somehow stay in contact with them
Oh
that
yeah.
they're maintaining the detector?
Oh yeah. And I check with them for updates and I send them. And if I know they're using it a long time and I see files uploads coming in and their old version of software, I will mention to them that we have new software. Please check and update if you want. And that normally works okay. And some people come back every so many times for asking questions. Oh, that's quite the daily job to do to keep track of that. But I enjoy it. Some funny persons too, and some not to Geiger counters related at all. Somebody wanted to make a trip for 3,000 kilometers by a race car, and then a big Zen on it. But the race car was a special one because it was like a rally car, but very fast and going over bumps and other things. And he need to get the special mounting for his Zen to get it proper mounted, and we long discussions about that, how to do that properly.
But well, why did he want to do it at all? Well,
I don't know.
that's strange.
No, now I think the reason was he did it about 5 years ago with a bGeigie Nano, and he
Yeah.
wanted to do it this time with a bGeigieZen to measure the radiation from LA to New York, I think something across the states all the way.
Oh, okay. All right. That makes sense. Well, when you said race car, I'm thinking he's going to take it on a racetrack. And where is he going to
No,
go
no,
with?
no, 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 no,
Oh,
no, 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 no,
right.
no. And they were also in desert in Mexico, and then very rough terrain. And
Yeah.
quite interesting video from that. And the Zen was holding up nicely. It didn't break down in all those shocks and other things.
So maybe it's a rally car.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, it's a rally car. It's a
Okay. All right. All right. That
specialized.
makes sense.
It's even more. It's like Spider. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like
Right.
four big wheels and there's something in the middle hanging.
Right. Yeah. Those races are long distance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
and with two persons and all strapped in, and it
Yeah,
breaks down every night, and they have to do maintenance and
yeah.
but, uh, but other things we have. For the scintillator project, I think Louis is working hard on it. I think to get things going. You have still ideas, other ideas about how we should go with it, Steve?
Well, not really, other than that, I think I've convinced them that plastic cylinder isn't the right way to go.
Yeah, you did a good
Um,
job on that one.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that'll save him some wasted time. I mean, your choices are cesium iodide or sodium iodide, I think.
Mm.
Mm. Those are the two most common that are out there, and um, maybe you want to try and find out the model number of the ones that are in the industrial ones, like the thermo rat eyes. They all use cesium iodide.
The
Um,
thermal red eyes,
yeah,
red eyes.
yeah. Are you familiar with
No,
that detector? Yeah,
no.
let me pull it off the web. I'll show you. Give me a moment.
Hmm. I asked also Mihai and Kalin for the meeting soon. So I don't know if you saw that. I hope we can meet soon and then we can discuss more how we're gonna work together.
Picture. Uh, Images. All right, let me share my screen. Get back to Zoom. Share. You gotta enable it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There you go. You can share now. I think you should be able to. Yes, agree.
You see that?
Yeah, hold a second. It's coming here. Yeah, yeah. Oh, the red eye.
Okay,
That's
that fits in the palm of your hand. I mean, this is a very expensive detector. I mean, very common detector used by first responders, law enforcement, firefighters. They're pretty rugged. They
mhm.
use cesium iodide, and you can change this display to sieverts or REM or whatever you want. And they integrate, and there's a spectral version of this. Actually, I should it's the SPRD. So basically,
A spectral
it's
radiation
a
detector.
software upgrade. So there's a spectral version of this. Now,
Oh,
this is an
interesting.
expensive detector. It's not cheap.
Mm.
Um,
What is
uh,
not cheap?
this this this
No,
this
no, I mean
detector.
price. It's $2,000 or
Give me a moment. I'll get the price. Hold on, because I had purchased a bunch of these some years ago.
bunch of them.
Yeah, it was for my USAID team that Elon Musk canceled. These things now they're probably about $1,500 each.
Oh, no.
And the spectral one might be a little bit, would probably be a little bit more. So
Mm.
in round numbers, $2,000.
Okay. Okay, that's good to know that what other people can get if we have to make a price for the scintillator for safeguards.
Yeah. And
Okay.
there's many manufacturers that make the same version of this. So that this is not unique to Thermo.
Mm.
Um, uh, Actually, the Ukrainians make one similar to it. Uh,
And they're
so
probably all the software is all closed source, I assume.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Polarmaster is the ones the Ukraine makes.
Mm. It's a
Poly
similar
like
design,
isn't
Polymaster.
Yeah, they're all very similar. Uh, they fit in the palm of your hand. You wear it on your belt, or uh, you put it in a pocket.
Hmm.
Um, and
And
they're
then they,
called
yeah.
the PRD is personal radiation detector. So
Mm.
they're meant to be worn by a person, and you can use them to do survey work. And they also have an algorithm in them for search. So it adjusts for background and uh, or they can use it for just radiation, straight radiation survey.
And how do you calibrate them? Or they come pre-calibrated, or how do they
Well,
work?
they'll come calibrated, but then you have to do maintenance on them every now and then. Um, because they're
Now
not
and then is when once a year or
well, that actually would let me stop sharing the screen. That was actually a problem with the first responder world because they're not using them the way a health physicist would use them in a workplace. You're generally using them as a radiation indicator. And
Mm.
for years there was you know, people debated whether they needed to, meet the same industry standards for calibration and maintenance that you do in the workplace. And the NCRP wrote a report about 2 years ago that really gave suggestions on modifying that and not being as rigorous as you do. Basically, to do short source checks, but not to do full calibrations annually.
Mm.
So the answer is no, you don't have to maintain it because they're very rugged and reliable instruments. And we looked at the reliability data on them. These things, they're made for rugged environments. Uh, you know, that police officers and
Kind of
firefighters are
FII.
going to be in. So no, you don't have to do the maintenance, like you would for a standard health physics instrument. Now, the lawyers then get involved. So I don't know what everyone's doing in actual practice, but the NCRP has kind of tried to back that down so people don't expend needless resources, calibrating these things.
Mm. Okay, interesting to hear that. And the data comes out by USB or how do you
Um,
get the data out?
they do have a Bluetooth adapter. Um, uh, I'm trying to remember how. I know Bluetooth is one way. Uh,
Mm.
they don't have a card you remove.
Mm. 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 Oh, that's good.
They're a sealed unit.
Okay.
And most people don't operate them in a way to download the data down because they just for the individual who's using it for their own safety and if it's for law enforcement use for search
Mm.
if you're working in a container port or somewhere you're just a police officer on patrol that's instrumented.
Do many police have them?
Oh,
Or-
there's thousands and thousands of them in the US. Yeah.
Mm.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, that's a big market.
And they're all common in the hazmat teams.
Mm.
Um, but they're generally in very focused places where it's not practical to put one on every police officer. I mean,
Mm.
so it's specialized units. Um, and same thing with the firefighters. Not every firefighter needs one either. If you got one for the team, that's enough.
Yeah, I think
So
so.
And like I said, they're generally used in very targeted places, like the Border Patrol,
Mhm.
and and hazmat teams. New York City has a lot of them,
Mm.
because they were very effective at there was a securing the cities program that the Department of Homeland Security operates, and they purchase the equipment for the locals.
Mhm.
So the feds buy them and they give them out to the locals. So there's there's a lot of radiation detectors in New York City.
Yes, sir.
So the bigger the city, the more radiation detectors. So you know, there's a, there's a categorization of cities in terms of, size and threat. The bigger the city, they've got more money for instrumentation.
Perfect. I understand. I think we were 2 or 3 times approached for fire departments for bGeigieZen Nano, I think,
Mhm.
bGeigieZen.
Yeah,
Because
that's perfect to put on a fire truck. Every firehouse in New York City, one of the trucks has a radiation detector. So anytime a firehouse rolls, there's a radiation detector on in one of the trucks.
it's not true.
So
Because
yeah.
not true. I can tell you. I used to work in the firehouse.
No, I'm
At
talking just New York City, just New
Yeah, I
York
know
City.
in New York City.
Oh, okay.
At the Wall Street there is downtown community television center, and
Yeah,
they that is an old firehouse,
yeah.
and it's still called the firehouse, and you see everything from the firehouse, but there's no fire truck inside anymore. But
Okay.
so it's not
Yeah.
true all of that. No,
Okay.
99% maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, but that's New York. They're the exception, not the rule.
Yeah, that's true. There are always exceptions there.
Yeah, they're the, Democratic People's Republic of New York.
I think that. Okay, I think we're running out of time soon, I think. So we still have 10 minutes left. I think I have told all the things I need to talk. Jelle want to say more, or
I
we
have
have that's
very little to add.
okay. So
Sorry.
you should go back to your work. So we should stop.
I
Yeah,
already
yeah.
got a call just now.
Go,
Okay.
go.
That's okay. They can wait.
No. We can leave. That's fine. We're done with the things we have to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't leave too.
All right.
Couldn't,
Have a
couldn't
good
eat
week.
something. Okay. You too.
Yes.
And
Oh,
enjoy the
just
sailing.
Bye.
Yeah.
before you go, Rob, just one other thought that I had. In terms of asking questions of the AI, maybe you should, find a group of users,
Mhm.
maybe people that are more active in the system, and ask them to pose some questions and send them back to you.
Yeah,
Because
we had one student set up from who's making 90 people see approach and checked with the site already. So
okay,
that will give good feedback. And also Pavlo from Ukraine did some testing, and we have good feedback from him too.
yeah, but Pavel is not the average user.
That's
He's an
true.
advanced user. You
Yes,
want to get the kind of general user, or
that's true.
that's a general and casual user who, when something happens, all of them they're gonna activate
True.
and go in and start using the system.
Maybe just family, not like
Yeah. I
people
can
from
ask my
Safecast.
father, for
Yeah,
Yeah,
example.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
yeah,
great.
yeah,
Yeah. And if he doesn't want to know his let his IP address exposed, you can use the Tor browser. If you use Tor browser, you always come from Sweden, so it's good. They don't
I think
track your
that's
IP.
fine.
Some people don't want it to be tracked because Pavlo was very surprised and said, "Yeah, I saw you coming in." I said, "Hey, how do you know?" "Yeah, I can see your IP." I mean, it's like you're
Yeah.
here's my business card. I'm from the Ukraine.
Yeah, basically. I always use VPN, but
Okay, but
now if
still,
you're
then
worried about your IP, then you should be using VPN in
yeah,
general.
but
So
even then they can be tricky. It can be pulled back.
yeah,
So
at times.
but a Tor browser and then the VPN together, that's very hard to track. At least
Yeah.
that's what I know about. Okay. Anyway, go to your
Yeah,
call.
that's it for
Okay.
me.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Bye,
Okay.
guys.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.